Hi everybody, my name is Robin and welcome to my channel, Bird's Eye Stitches. This is a channel about cross stitch, so if you are new here, then welcome. I hope you are here because you have a love of cross stitch. And if you're returning, then thank you so much for coming back and for spending a little bit of your day with me. Welcome back. Today is Sunday, May 17th. Let's see, I last filmed Mother's Day, so last Sunday. Yeah, we are amazingly on schedule. I need a haircut so badly, as many of you I'm sure do, but this side is doing its thing. I have absolutely no idea what's happening on this side of my head. I'm just noticing it in the camera. It's good stuff. Oh well. Beyond my needing of a haircut, things have been good. Life updates. I went to work all last week. It was my first week back in the office in, I don't know, 3 weeks or so. At my job, we have kind of a rotating schedule. And so, you know, I don't have to go in for a full week's worth of time very often. Last week was my first one since all of this quarantine thing really began. I have had to go in, you know, here and there. I think I usually go in once or twice a week, but it's only for half a day. But last week, I was there all week as the acting supervisor person, and my goodness, I forgot what it was like to go into work all day long, and then my commute one way is about 45 minutes. So then to commute home, I was exhausted. Granted, I have been working, you know, full-time, long-hour work since I was, gosh, very, very young, very young. So, but it was the norm, and I've always lived far away from where I work, and so the long commute was never really a thing either because that's just what you get used to. But then when I had all of those weeks where I was working from home and not having to do that commute, and you know, I got used to it. So having all that downtime and then going back and having to be there for the entire week, oh my gosh. First of all, to everyone who has been going to work, having to be in the office, whether it's a hospital or PD or grocery stores or, you know, post office, whatever it is, just thank you. Thank you so much, because I think I take it for granted. I mean, I've always been thankful for, you know, everyone that's still going into work every day. But gosh, when I went back in for that week, I forgot how hard it was. And because I got used to being home, it was twice as exhausting. So with that said, I did not get as much stitching as I wanted to. I still got three new starts for Maynia, so I'm on track. I think I'm one behind where I wanted to be, but that's okay. I can make that up. Did some work on Curglaff, and yeah, still a little bit of stitching, just not as much as I wanted because I was tired. So, beyond that, that's all I really have for life update. I have my notes over to the side. I need to find a way to kind of put my notes up front so I'm not looking down and all around the room quite so much, but that's okay. For now, got a notebook and it works. So we'll jump right in. We will start with whips. We've got whips, new starts, tiny little bit of haul, some happy mail, and then I have giveaway winners and a new giveaway because I had so much fun reading your guys' sentences and seeing all the fun ways that you use the words, and you know, I loved it. Thought it was fun. So I'm gonna keep it up. Just with one this time, not quite as many, but still, be fun. All right, have that at the end. So, focus, whips. Actually, whip, one whip. Curglaff, I worked on Curglaff this week. It is by Bendy Stitchy. Will one day look like this. I am stitching it on what I call the Bruise fabric, sent to me by Carolyn. Arrived the same day as this chart. I got this far. I am close to a finish here, very close. Yes, I still have creeper eyeballs because I do the beads at the end because I'm gonna have to move this around on the Q-snap to do the rest of the words, but we're close. The tree is going to be morphed into a spider. Told you guys that story last week. I'm keeping it as a spider. I thought about changing the colors because it's not quite as spidery in this green, but I feel like that takes away from the story. And so, you know, the story of how it became a spider in my household. So I'm gonna leave it. I'll add a little web, it'll be good. For this word right here, for Curglaff, it calls for, let's see. It calls for Cottage Garden Threads, number 2003 in Skylark. I did not have that, but I had a really, really good dupe. So this is what it looks like here. My color is super washed out. I'm filming really late in the afternoon, so the sun is like right in my face there. Next Sunday I will film first thing in the morning. Anyway, that is what it's supposed to look like, and that is mine. Let's see if I can do this. So that's fairly close. Mine's a tad bit more brown, but it's really close. In person, it's even closer. So I am actually using DMC. I love these variegated threads, love them. DMC 4515, and this was really close to that color Skylark. So happened to have it in my stash. I was looking at this picture trying to figure out, should I put, you know, a brown and a blue together and make my own variegated thread? How am I gonna duplicate that? That's how. Super happy. It's turning out great. All I have left is the words to fix the eyeball situation and make his web. And I might give the spider some eyes. I don't know. I gotta play with that. I don't know how it's gonna work, but super close to a finish. Fingers crossed next week. In fact, if I had not been doing the commute and all of that this past week, dang work, getting in the way of real life, you know, getting in the way of my stitchy plans, this would be done, but we're not there. All right, that was my one whip. Now we have Maynia starts. So I have done 10 new starts, so I am halfway through my goal of 20. That is not bad. I am a little bit past the middle of the month. I was hoping to be a little farther ahead by mid-month just so I had some wiggle room at the end of the month, but I'll take it. 10's pretty good. And I stitched some really, really fun pieces. So the first one that I worked on was the Wise Old Witch. Looks like this. I love this one. I am stitching it on a piece of, it's 20 count. I have never stitched on 20 count before. I don't know that I love it. It takes some getting used to. I mean, it's not terrible, but it's just not, I've never done it before. So it's taken some getting used to. But 20 count even weave in the color Lilac Swirl. I don't even know where I got this piece. It was in my stash. It was in a bag with a name on it. So we at least had that. And then the color that I'm stitching the witch in is actually DMC 154. So let's see how this comes across. You can kind of see the lilac a little bit. You can at least see kind of the modeling and the fabric. It's a hand dyed, it's very pretty. It's very soft. And let's see if this will, I'm not sure that this purple is gonna come through. Next Sunday's video, early morning, better lighting. Hopefully that will work, but this is the color. It's a really nice plum. I really love this color. So deep plum on a nice lilac piece of even weave. I'm excited for it. It actually has, I thought this was all one color, but there's 3 colors in here. So this word here, the 1587, and the moon and stars are a different color. We'll see. Number one, I'm not positive I'm gonna even keep 1587 in there. This is awful. I am not a history buff. I don't know what the year 1587 is supposed to symbolize. So if you know, I'm sure I'm gonna sound ridiculous even asking this, but if you know, let me know in the comments. Otherwise, I will consult the Google, then I'll see if I keep that or not. I may put our year in this. I may just leave it out. Probably just leave it out. I don't know. I got a ways to go because I got all of this to stitch first. So all of these, my new starts, I'm basically just pulling, you know, the piece of thread, and then I pull my little 3 lengths, however long that is, and then I take 2 strands of it, and I'm stitching all of that in whatever color I choose, and that's where I'm calling it good for my new start. So none of these have all that much to show, but it's a new start. It is now in my rotation, and I'm very excited to continue this one. All right, after the Wise Old Witch, I stitched on one that is really, really fun, and I'm really excited about it. But I kind of made a mistake with it. I forgot how much I love Christmas stitching. Christmas is my absolute favorite thing to stitch. I haven't stitched any really all year. And then I picked up this one and I started to stitch it, and just something about, you know, the reds and the greens and the cheeriness and the sparkle and the Christmasness. But now I'm stuck. Christmas is on my mind now. I am participating in Jolly July, Jingle July, Christmas in July. Whatever the heck that thing is called, I am participating in it. More on that to come. But there'll be a lot of Christmas going on in July. I cannot wait. And because I love this so much, I have decided that after July, I'm not going to stitch any Christmas next month in June, but after July, I'm going to keep some Christmas in my rotation from here on out, from here to the end of the year. I have said it on Flosstube, makes it real, it's happening. All right, I'll show you what I did on Mirabilia. Sorry, this is the Christmas Elf Fairy by Mirabilia. I had it in a full kit. I switched out the fabric. All of the flosses are called for, obviously, because it was a kit. They're all classic colorworks. Fabric it came with was a natural linen, I believe. I wanted some sparkle because Christmas, I mean, that's really the only explanation I need to give. Be warned, when the Christmas thing starts, the sparkle will also start. I have a ridiculous amount of Krynic. I don't love it, but I like the effect. And I have a giant bin of it. Lots of sparkle. So I chose a piece of hand dyed by Stephanie fabric in the color Vanilla Latte. It's a 28 count linen. And I thought that this was a piece from Be Stitch Me, because I know she's been selling Vanilla Latte recently, and it's fairly close to this. I didn't remember picking up a piece of Vanilla Latte from Be Stitch Me, but stranger things have happened where I have bought something and not remembered it. But that is not the case. I had this piece. It's an old piece. It is an opal. Is that where I'm at? Yes. It goes this way. So I don't know if you can see the opal sheen to this. Yeah, that is coming through. This Vanilla Latte is a really nice cream color. Super soft. Cream is really just the best way to explain it. It's cream with some sparkle. I think it's gonna play really nicely for the fairy. And so far, the only color I've stitched is Bing Cherry, which I love this color too. This is a great Christmas color. It's got some bright red and some dark red to it. See how that's showing up. I started stitching on this. I did only stitch my one length. I really wanted to stitch more. She will come back out in July, for sure. If she does not come back out sooner, which she might. But if not, definitely in July. All right, after that, I did want to pull one of my old whips, because like I mentioned last time, I was going to try to pull one of my really old whips. I'm really old for me. Ones that I started stitching back when I first learned how to stitch, so probably 2003, 2002, somewhere in there. I only have just a couple of them, but I figured it would be fun to get those out and try to bring some life to them. So the one that I pulled was Love at First Sight. It is an anchor kit. It will eventually look like this. I really thought about getting rid of what I had done way back in the day because I'd only done a tiny bit and it's on this Ada. And to be honest, as I started to work on it, there is a lot of counting mistakes. Now, number one, I was new. Number two, I was probably doing this when I was working in dispatch on overnights. So, you know, in between calls and all that other stuff, and on probably zero sleep. And number three, I still make just as many mistakes now, so I don't even really know why. I'm trying to give myself an out because I don't know. Anyway, it will eventually look like this. I chose this one for my husband, who, as you know, likes frogs and turtles and spiders and all of that stuff. I pulled it out and it had most of what you're gonna see here. I am here. I added all of this green through here, down through here, up in this area. So it's even still on this hoop. I literally just pulled it out of the package as is, took a look at the chart to figure out, you know, what color did I need to start with next, pulled that piece and started working. I forgot I used to really like these spring hoops. It's a plastic hoop with a springy thing, technical term, springy thing in the back. I forgot I really like these. This is a really tiny one, but I might go and try to find some that are a tiny bit bigger because it's nice and light. So if I'm upstairs where I don't have a stand, I can hold this a little bit easier. I can prop it a little easier. We'll see what happens. But brought a little bit of life back into this. So this was my, not new start, my restart, my new life to an old start. We'll see. Eventually this will get done. It will go up in our bedroom. It is cute. And I figure even with a whole bunch of mistakes, I mean, the area that I'm working on, or it started in, was right in this nose and over in this section. So it's a frog. I mean, if her skin has some green in a splotch that's different from the splotch that they gave me on the chart, I can live with that. It's okay. A-okay. It's nature. And it's a frog. I don't want to frog the frog. All right, that was all of the new starts. I have just a teeny tiny little bit of haul, but before I get into haul, I wanted to talk about some happy mail. I received the nicest gift in the mail last week. So as I mentioned, I went back to work last week for my first week back on site in some time. It was a long week. And all kinds of crazy stuff happened, as it does. For those of you that don't know, I do work at a police department. I work in the administrative side, so I'm not an officer. I'm not, you know, out on the street or anything like that. But sometimes you have some hectic weeks. So it was crazy last week. I came home from work one day, I checked the mail, and out of complete nowhere, I had a gift from a subscriber. I don't even like to say a subscriber. A gift from a really kind individual who happens to be a subscriber. I like that better. I did ask permission first. She said I could say her first name, Anne. Anne had sent me a really thoughtful gift. She saw all of my Ziploc bags in my last video, and she jumped onto Amazon, got in touch with some mutual stitchy friends that we have to get my address. So it really was a complete surprise. Opened up the package and I had a whole pack of these bags. Different colors, there's a whole bunch of them. Everything I just showed you today does not reside in Ziploc bags. See if I can lean. They all now reside in these bags. So, Anne, thank you so much. I have never gotten a surprise gift like this. I have a few fancy schmancy bags, but these now hold a special place in my heart because they're my first subscriber gift, random act of kindness gift from someone who I don't know really well, I guess you could say. So this made my day, made my week. It's still making my day, and I picked them up 3-4 days ago. So thank you. Got these. They are definitely coming in handy. She also provided a little note. It says, "Hi Robin, enjoy your gift. I thought it might come in handy," from Anne. The little gift they give you from Amazon. So I'm keeping the note. It's going in my notebook. Thank you. Beyond that, I only have 2 things to show you. Oh, three things. I did a small order from Not Forgotten Farm on Etsy. I saw, I don't even know what video it was because I've just been getting sucked into the rabbit hole of the videos and the haul. Someone showed this chart. Nantucket Broom Ride. It has a whale and a witch and a moon, and then up in this top area, it's like an upside down world. Who is creative enough to come up with these things? It blows my mind. So thank you for being creative. I can't wait to stitch this. I don't know about you guys, but I think I've already said this in a previous video. All of these charts with the whales in them, I see a whale and I feel like I must have it. I must stitch it. I think it's becoming a thing, kind of like bees and squirrels. Whales, now it's whales. No chart travels alone, so I picked up one more. And I got When Pigs Fly. Totally random, but that's why I like it. It's a pig on a broom. Who does that? A pig on a broom. So I don't know when I'll stitch this. Maybe I'll stitch it this Halloween in October. Don't know, but I liked it. Then I did a tiny order on 123 Stitch. It was just for some floss. I needed some more timber from Classic Colorworks. I showed you guys last week, I'm using timber. Actually, it's gonna be used in a couple different pieces coming up, so I had to order 2 skeins. They had it available. You all have seen timber, green-brown mix, one of my favorites. But because I'm trying to expand my fancy floss stash, and why not, I picked up one other piece of floss. I was pretty proud of myself. 123 Stitch, I got 3 things. That's impressive. And I didn't realize this was a silk. I got Dinky Dyes. It's a hand-dyed silk in the color Harvest. I just saw the picture. I should have known it was a silk because of the price, but I guess I wasn't paying attention. But I saw the picture and look at these colors. It is just beautiful. It's like Autumn threw up on some floss. Maybe not threw up. Autumn in a floss. That sounds better. But it is gorgeous. And it is really soft. I don't really have much in the land of silk because it's really expensive. And so I'm just now getting into the land of overdyed. So when I pulled this out of this tiny little bag that it came in, the tag was kind of folded over like this. So I reached out and I picked it up, and first I pulled out timber, and that was normal. Then I pulled out this and I went, wow, that's a really soft piece of floss. And then I looked at the fabric, at the little tag, and I went, oh, so that's the difference. I don't know what I'm gonna use this on. Something fun. I'm just glad to own it. It's beautiful. This was still available on 123 Stitch. Timber, I think sold out, but it might be back now. I don't know. Everything's coming back slowly, so that's really, really exciting news. Okay, that's all I have for haul, for plans. What do we have for plans? So this weekend is a long weekend. We have a holiday. I had to write down what the holiday was because I can never remember which one it is. Monday is Memorial Day. My friends Andrea and Carolyn, we are doing our own little 24-hour of cross-stitch event. It's a non-sanctioned, nothing official, just us trying to get 24 hours of stitching in because we have an extra day, and why not? So I will be doing that this weekend. My plan for that weekend is to actually work on my Maynia pieces. So only one new start for that weekend, and then I'm gonna pull 3 pieces that I've already started and get, you know, 6 hours into each of those pieces. Because there's been a few pieces that I've really not wanted to put down, and I really hate only having this much done on all of these starts. It's kind of driving me a little bit batty, so I'm gonna pull out 3 of those. I'd like to work on 4 of those, but I'm gonna have to see how many new starts I get in throughout the week, because I don't wanna be rushed at the very, very end. I might be anyway, but I figure I'll do 1 new start, but actually put some time into that new start, and then 6 hours on the other 3. Beyond that, I really need to finish old Curglaff because I'm almost done. And my new start for today, my new start for today is going to be Buzz Off by Plum Street Sampler. You all have seen it many a times. I will go over fabric choice and all of that next week when my lighting is not so horrible. But that's my plan for tonight. All right, that wraps us up for everything except the giveaways. So, giveaway winners. I have 3 of them. We had 3 giveaways because last week I hit 500 subscribers. Woo! I decided I need to get a P.O. box because I really had fun doing the giveaway, and I'd like to do some more giveaways. So I will be getting a P.O. box set up on Tuesday, and then my day off from work is Friday. So giveaway winners, if you get in touch with me before Friday with your address, then it will be shipped off to you on Friday. I will put my email address below. I don't remember what my email address is, the one that's set up for this channel, so it will be in the comments below shortly after I post this video. Okay. The first giveaway was this beautiful Aida cloth that was given to me by Carla from Carla Being Crafty, which Carla, if you watch this, everybody loved your Aida. It was by far the biggest, you know, everybody wanted some Aida. So if you ever decide, Etsy, you decide you want to start selling some hand-dyed yellow fabric, this was a winner. Along with that, I also wanted to say that I think I said in my last video it was 14 and 16 count. I lied. 14 count, 18 count. So the winner of the Aida was Christy Martin. Congratulations, Christy. Send me an email. Let me know if you want the 14 count or the 18 count. I'll hold them up. 14 count is in this hand, just so you can kind of see. I'm filming in a tiny phone, so I'm trying to make them both visible. Congratulations, Christy. Thank you so much for commenting. Thank you so much for being part of my channel. I cannot wait to hear what you stitch on this beautiful fabric. So send me an email. My email address will be in the comments below. The next one was Happy Everything. The word for that one, of course, was happy. The winner of this chart. Oh, by the way, I used the YouTube random comment picker. And thank goodness you have an option to take out the people who comment multiple times, because obviously I haven't done many giveaways. It's the first giveaway I've done on this channel, and I chose the word happy. I say happy stitching pretty much every single time that I reply to someone's comment. I didn't even think about that until like day before yesterday. Then I went, great. I'm probably gonna pull my own name, 87 times trying to do a random comment thing. Luckily not the case, because I clearly was a duplicate commenter with that word every single time. All was well. So the winner of this chart was the Desert Stitcher AZ. So I'm actually really excited about this because obviously, the Desert Stitcher AZ. I also live in Arizona. I also live in the desert. It's 100 degrees outside right now. So send me an email with your address or wherever you want me to send this thing, and we will find out how close of neighbors we are. Maybe you're my neighborhood. Wouldn't that be weird? So, the Desert Stitcher AZ. Congratulations. Send me an email. We'll see if we're neighbors. Last but not least, we had Balloon over Tuscany. Looks like this. This chart also makes me happy, but that was not the keyword. Keyword for that was balloon. And the winner on that one was Catherine Henry. So Catherine, same thing. My email address will be in the comments. I promise I will know my email for the next video. Congratulations. If anyone who receives any of these charts or anything from me in the future, or these ones here, I would love it if you're on Facebook, put up a post, let me see what you're working on, or put it up as a future comment. Love to see it. All right, that is all I have for the old giveaways. For the new giveaway, I'm just checking my notes. Any other things I had to go over? Yes, one other thing. On my last video, I had talked about a SAL that we were going to be starting with Owl Forest, the Russian Windows. I had a feeling, I think I even commented about it during the video, that I had picked the wrong month. Anne and I had brought up a couple different start dates, and of course the one that stuck in my head was the wrong one. So we will be starting that one in December. December 16th is the correct date for that pattern. So if you are interested in joining in that SAL or any Owl Forest piece in December, more will come on that in the future, but would love to have you. Okay, giveaway for this week. I've got quite a few old charts laying around, so I'm just gonna kind of pull from those. I did find a couple foo-foo nice charts in my stash that I will also be giving away, but that's like if I hit 1,000, so on and so forth. My birthday's in August, that kind of stuff. For today's, I found some really cute dogs. They are watercolor dogs by Sekis and Company. How cute are these guys? Let's see. It's a really shiny picture on the front of this. I'm trying not to catch the light going on. But these are really simple. I think you could either stitch them, like 1 or 2 dogs and put them in a card, or stitch them all together. The chart, oh yeah, the chart you could easily just stitch 1 or 2 or all. You could make like at the bottom of a towel. I don't know, you could do all sorts of things with this, but I will ship this anywhere in the world. If you would stitch this, or if you like this, use the word dog, D-O-G, in the comments. And I will not use the word dog when I reply to all of your comments, so I don't have any of that nonsense pop up. But if you would like this chart, dog. Be 18 or over, don't say giveaway, yada yada. If you want any of these other pieces, congratulations. Please send me an email and they will go out on Friday, along with all of the rest of my packages that I have sitting right here. Packages, thank yous. Post office is gonna love to see me. I have to mask up, whole 9 yards, because so far I've just been, dropping stuff off, so I don't really have to make contact with anybody, but time has come, gotta get to post office. So, that's all I got for you. Happy stitching. Thank you so much for being here. Have a great week, and I will see you next Sunday. Bye.